Sounds like V-Shred. I was half expecting him to go, I've been doing everything that I can, including this incredible supplement that I've been taking from my friend at vshred.com. Simon the Bald A-Hole here. Thank you for joining me. As always, I hope you're having a delicious week. I don't know what that means, but I hope you're having anyway. And I'm just going to rant and rave today. I'm not going to lie. There I was sitting on my Twitter, cheap plug at Simon316, and I don't follow Boris Johnson. We're not going to get into politics. Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister over here in the UK. We're not going to get into it. We're not going to talk about it in terms of politics or anything like that. I don't think anybody has clicked a video of mine to hear me talk about politics, but it got into my feed. I think somebody that, a gym friend of mine, basically quote tweeted it and said, well, why don't you open the gyms? Again, we're not going to talk about that. Different video for a different day. And he was talking about the money that is going to be invested into whatever to try and make the UK healthier. We're just going to go through it bit by bit because there are a few things. This is just me getting stuff off my chest, right? This is Simon Miller being his bonnet, standing on his soapbox going, listen to me, which nobody has to do, but thankfully you've chosen to click this video. So yeah, anyway, Boris Johnson, whatever we want to call him, Prime Minister. He's the Prime Minister.
Hi folks, I've been doing a lot, in fact everything I can to lose weight and to feel fitter and healthier.
Sounds like V-Shred. I was half expecting him to go, I've been doing everything that I can, including this incredible supplement that I've been taking from my friend at vshred.com. Can you imagine? I'd have to throw myself into the wall.
And what I've been doing is I've been eating less carbs.
And there it is. Straight away within, what are we into this video, like 4 or 5 seconds? I've been eating less carbs. Now look, let's just get into this as quickly as we can. Will that work? Yes, it will. But the problem with wording it like that is you are backing up this crazy idea that carbs are the enemy and carbs are bad and you can't eat carbohydrate. If you eat carbohydrates, you're going to get fat and you're going to get overweight and you're going to roll down the hill because you're so rotund. That is just not the case. And what it does is it leads people to going, if I want to lose weight or I want to get healthier and I want to get in shape, I shouldn't eat any carbohydrates. No. You're going to be tired, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to feel like crap. And then what you're going to do is you're going to eat 3 times as many carbohydrates as you would otherwise because you're exhausted. Or part B is that you'll do it for around about 3-4 weeks. Then think, oh man, I've lost all this weight, and now you reintroduce carbs, and your body doesn't know what the hell this is, so it piles on a bunch of weight, because again, you are at that point, you're essentially reintroducing an element into your system, and it doesn't know what to do with it. Carbohydrates are not bad. Like, if you reduce your carbohydrates, yes, I'm not saying that this was his intent. I'm not saying that he is coming across saying carbs are bad, but it ties into what I want to talk about in just 1 second. But it permeates a myth. And the myth isn't true. And this goes back to the Atkins diet. Do you remember the Atkins diet fad? When everyone was like, if you want to lose weight, you just gotta do Atkins, whatever the hell the commercial was. I'm not saying if you want to do a keto diet that you can't do a keto diet, which is essentially when you replace where you're getting your energy from fats instead of carbohydrates. You barely eat any carbs. You can absolutely do that. It's really good for people that sort of struggle with their blood sugar levels because you'll keep them level. And some people just can't eat 1 carb. They have to eat 72,000 carbs, which I completely understand. But that's for you to decide. I am talking about general fitness advice that is out there in the ether, and we still have it now. The stereotype is you're fat because you eat too many carbs, which is true to a certain extent, but that's not educating people in the right way. Point is, you are allowed to eat a carb even when you're on a diet. But anyway, I'll get to all that in 1 second. Let's carry on with the video.
Avoiding chocolate, no more late night cheese.
See, that's the thing that we should be talking about the most. No more chocolate and late night cheese. Mr. Prime Minister, I don't think whatever weight gain you had was from any carbohydrates. I think it's because you were getting to the end of the day and you were just eating a bunch of cheese. Now, look, I understand. I would make love to cheese if I could. If someone told me this is not true, I can't do it because someone always takes me seriously. I was going to say, if like someone said making love to cheese tastes as good as cheese, I'd consider it, but of course I wouldn't. I'm not going to put my thing in a cheese hole. I can't. It's awful. Why do I do this? My parents may watch these videos. Do you think how embarrassed they'll be? Anyway, point is, that's the problem. You eat a bunch of junk. You can't throw carbs into this one big generic ball, but when it comes to cheese and chocolate, they get named because, oh, we know about them. There's some cheese you can eat on a diet. There's some protein cheese, essentially all protein. And look, does it taste just like cheese? No, but after a while, you would just get used to it.
All that kind of thing. I've been getting up early to go for runs.
I love that too. I've been getting up early, go for runs. Imagine he went on a big rant about fasted cardio. The internet would have melted down, but there's no time to go for fasted cardio. He should have done it.
And the result is, I actually have lost some weight, quite a lot by my standards, and I feel much more energetic. I feel full of beans.
That's a good message. You should be getting it out there. I mean, the fact he said I feel full of beans. Like, dude, Boris, some people now think you're eating the beans.
And I thoroughly recommend it. I know there are many people who are in the same sort of position as I am and I was, and who want to lose weight.
Where's he walking to? It's the most aimless walk I've ever seen. Boris, just move forward. It's like Nightmare. Do you remember Nightmare? What an awesome game show.
This appears to be the final encounter.
And that's why we're investing now in that whole national objective. £100 million to help people to access GP appointments, to get the right apps that they need to help them to lose weight. And we're also looking at various kind of Fit Miles schemes as well. And what we want to do is to encourage another 700,000 people around the country who have the kind of problems that I have had to do the same thing. And so we'll be not just fitter, but also healthier and happier, and we'll bounce back better together. That's the objective.
Bounce back better together. He just loves his catchphrases. Don't use the term bounce when you're talking about people that are overweight. Here's my thing. We're investing £100 million in whatever. Fitness, healthiness, happiness. And not one point do we ever talk about education. And not one point do we ever talk about telling people about calories, about carbohydrates, about proteins, about fats, about macros, about what happens when something enters your body, about why you shouldn't be having McDonald's, or at least giving you the information you need in your brain before you have a McDonald's, whatever fast food you want to eat, to explain, well, this is what happens when it goes into your system. This is what this particular bit of fat does, and a bit of carb does, blah, blah, blah. And then allow people to make up their own minds, because they don't know. And you know they don't know because you get stuff like this. Well, I've been eating lots of carbs. Well, what carbs? What carbs are you eating? If you're eating, I mean, even as I say, bread, but bread's fine for you. Most carbs are fine for you. It just depends how much you're eating. And this is, I mean, why do I even care? I don't even care, but I do care, because I think, like, that's what you want to be teaching people. You want to be teaching people about how it works. And I know that sounds like science class and it's really boring, but if someone is that worried about being obese or overweight, or that their health isn't very good, all of a sudden you'll be amazed how much you listen. Think about any time you've had a health scare in your life, right? All of a sudden nothing else matters. Like, just do whatever you got to do. Please help me. Even when you have a cold, like a really bad cold, you're like, man, when I don't have a cold anymore, I'm just going to be so happy. I'm never going to complain again. And then a week after your cold, you're like, I can't believe it's sold out of milk. It's just like, wait a minute, what happened from a week ago? But we never do this. Instead, we're going to invest in apps. Unless the app is like how we know what happens when you eat. And we're going to invest in Fit Miles. And I don't think that any of this is bad. I don't. And I think it's great that hopefully this will become a bigger thing that we can tackle. But it all starts with education. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. If you teach a man to fish, no, was it? You give a man a fish, or a person a fish, anyone a fish. Give someone a damn fish, they'll eat for a day, and if then you teach them how to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. And this is teaching people how to eat for a lifetime. And it starts with explaining what nutrition is and what it actually does. So many people do not, and it's not a problem, it's not a bad thing. Like, you have to tell these people. There's things that I'm completely uneducated on that I'll need help with. But so many people don't know that a calorie is basically an energy unit. And you need 2,000 energies in a day. And if you eat 2,500 energies, you're going to have too much energy, so it will store as fat. I mean, this is basic stuff. But if you eat 1,500, blah, 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 boring, 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 people don't know that. They don't know. Some people don't know that sugar is a carb. And you'll laugh now. I know somebody in my life who I won't name because it's not fair on them and they felt kind of silly, but they didn't know. And if you don't know somebody, I mean, it's different before we invest all this money, but £100 million, give me the £100 million, Boris Johnson, and I will invest it for you. Also, yes, I think we do have to mention, slightly tone deaf to do this when the gyms are shut. It's a little bit eye-raising, but I just needed to talk about it because you see this kind of stuff all the time, and I always hope that it's going to change, and really it's never going to change. And I'm sure within the week there's going to be a bunch of articles about eggs being the thing that kill you that we've talked about here on the channel before, or how you can't eat bread if you don't want to be fat, or whatever the hell else it is. I don't know. There's just a bunch of stuff that you see, and it all comes down to moderation and balance. I think most people watching that know this, or at least I hope you do. It's moderation and balance, and it's desire, and it's intensity, and it's hard work, and it's boring, and it's dull, and it's crap. But you find a way to make it through for whatever the love that you have for your particular sport or particular hobby is. So there we go. It is what, Thursday? I don't know what day it is. It's early March, Thursday 2021. And we're going to invest £100 million in apps and hope that, and maybe it works. I hope that I'm wrong. All I want is for people to understand how it works and for make their own choices. I always say this, if you want to be a massive fat guy, it's not for me to criticize you. I'll worry about your health, but that's, again, that's not my place either. It would just be nice if the information had been sent out there. Gerald knows. Standard Games Giraffe knows, fitness mascot Gerald. So many people don't know, and apparently that's the way it's going to stay. So there we go. Whoever thought I'd be talking about Boris Johnson and fitness on here? I didn't, but it goes to show there are no rules. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Hit the bell, ding, ding. You know when other videos are going live. Another video right there, probably the egg one. You should watch it. Absolutely crazy. Give it a click. Patreon.com/Simon316 or SimonMiller.BigCartel.com. Merchandise-wise, if you want to support the channel like that. Instagram and Twitter at Simon316. More importantly, if you are having some carbs today, you're not going to turn into a big fat person unless you're eating 700 million grams of carbs. But you already know that. Also, you're going to have a great day.